The Anthropic Principle. Have you ever had a dream that felt more real than reality? A moment where you woke up, your heart pounding, with the unshakable feeling that the world you just left behind was, in some profound way, truer than the one you opened your eyes to? We dismiss these moments as figments of our sleeping mind. But what if it's the other way around? What if all of this, the screen you're watching, the air in your lungs, the very laws of physics that hold your atoms together? What if this is the dream, and the awakening is still to come? For centuries, science has told us a story of cosmic accident, that we are lonely, fragile specks of life, adrift on a tiny rock in an unimaginably vast and indifferent universe, a random fluctuation in the chaos, a happy little mistake. But a new and deeply unsettling idea is emerging from the frontiers of physics and philosophy. It whispers a different story, a story not of accident, but of intention. It's called the Anthropic Principle, and it might just be the most important clue we have ever stumbled upon, not just about the universe, but about the very nature of our own consciousness. Welcome. Let's talk about the universe that knows it is being observed. Imagine you could rewind the tape of the cosmos, back past the dinosaurs, past the formation of the Earth, back to the very first moment, the Big Bang, a singularity of infinite potential, a cosmic seed containing all of space, all of time, all that ever was and ever could be. Now, in that first searing flash, the fundamental constants of the universe were set. Think of them as the cosmic dials, the fundamental settings for reality, the force of gravity, the strength of the electromagnetic force that holds atoms together, the mass of a proton, the cosmological constant, the energy of empty space itself. Science has discovered something breathtaking and frankly terrifying about these dials. They are perfectly tuned, not just a little bit, not approximately, but with a precision that defies any notion of chance. Let's play with a thought experiment. Imagine the gravity dial. If it were turned up just a fraction of a percent stronger, the universe would have collapsed back in on itself in a fiery crunch moments after it began. A cosmic sigh, and then nothing. If it were a fraction weaker, matter would have flown apart so fast that not a single star, not a single galaxy could ever have formed. A cold, dark, eternal emptiness. Now, take the strong nuclear force, the glue that binds atomic nuclei. If it were even slightly different, stars would be unable to forge carbon, the very backbone of life. No carbon, no us, no planets, no chemistry, no DNA. Just a sea of hydrogen and helium forever. The cosmological constant, the energy of the vacuum, the math shows that its actual value is 120 orders of magnitude. That's a 1 with 120 zeros after it, smaller than what our theories predict. It is the most precise fine-tuning ever measured. It's like throwing a dart from one end of the observable universe to the other and hitting a bullseye the size of a single atom. The probability of all these dials being set just so, by pure random chance, is so infinitesimally small, it makes winning the lottery every day of your life for 1 billion years seem like a certainty. So, what does this mean? The cold, hard, scientific answer is a shrug. They call it the Anthropic Principle. In its simplest, weakest form, it says, the universe must be compatible with the conscious life that observes it, because here we are. It sounds almost tautological, doesn't it? Of course we see a universe we can live in. We couldn't be here to see one that we couldn't. It's the cosmic version of a puddle of water looking at the hole it's in and thinking, wow, this hole fits me perfectly. It must have been made for me. But this This is where we go down the rabbit hole, because this simple observation cracks open the door to a mystery so deep, it re-enchants the entire cosmos. The weak anthropic principle is the puddle's observation, but the strong anthropic principle, this is where the magic begins. It proposes that the universe must have properties that allow life to develop at some stage in its history. It's not just a happy coincidence, it's a requirement. Think about that for a moment. The universe, in some strange way, needs observers. It needs conscious life to arise, to look out, and to see it, to witness it. Why? This question leads us to the most mystical and futuristic interpretations. The ones that physicists whisper about at conferences, late at night, after the formal presentations are over. The first is the idea of a multiverse. Imagine not one universe, but an infinite froth of universes, a cosmic foam where every possible bubble universe exists with every possible combination of physical constants. In most of them, the dials are wrong. They are stillborn, or barren, or collapse instantly. But in a vanishingly small number of them, by pure statistical chance, the dials are set just right for life. And we, of course, find ourselves in one of those rare, beautiful, life-giving bubbles. We are the lucky ones, the cosmic lottery winners. But this answer, for many, feels incomplete. It pushes the fine-tuning problem up one level. Who or what created the multiverse? What are the rules of the meta-reality that allows for this infinite cosmic ensemble? This is where the second and even more profound idea emerges. It comes from the world of quantum physics, which tells us that particles exist in a blur of probability, a cloud of potential, until they are observed, until a conscious mind forces them to choose a reality. What if this isn't just true for tiny particles, but for the entire universe? What if the universe only came into being with all its perfectly tuned constants because a conscious observer was there at the end to look back and collapse the wave function, to force it into a single, tangible history? This is the participatory anthropic principle, championed by the great physicist John Wheeler. He called it a participatory universe. In this view, we are not just passive observers, we are co-creators. Our act of observation, our consciousness, is a vital part of the cosmic process. The universe brings forth life, and life, in turn, brings forth the universe through the act of perception. It's a closed loop, a snake eating its own tail. The Big Bang didn't just happen 13.8 billion years ago. In a very real sense, it is happening now, because we are here to give it meaning, to complete the circuit. This is no longer science in a sterile lab coat. This is science touching the realm of the mystical. It echoes the ancient Vedic idea of the world as Maya, illusion, a divine play of consciousness. It resonates with the philosophies that suggest mind is fundamental, and matter is a manifestation of mind. We are not just in the universe is in us. And this brings us to the most haunting, the most beautiful question of all. If the universe is so exquisitely tuned for our existence, who tuned it? The masses, when they first hear this, often leap to the simplest answer: God, a divine architect who set the dials with a purpose, a cosmic engineer. And this is a powerful, elegant, and for billions, a deeply satisfying answer. It returns a sense of purpose and design to the cosmos. But the answers don't stop there. The frontiers of speculation are wilder. Perhaps we are not the products of a creator, but the creators ourselves. What if, in the far, far future, a hyper-advanced civilization, maybe our own descendants, learns the ultimate secrets of physics and information? They learn that reality is a kind of simulation, a cosmic computation. And facing their own end, perhaps the heat death of their universe, they decide to run a simulation, a new Big Bang, fine-tuning the parameters to give rise to life, to consciousness, to us. We are their descendants, living inside their artificial cosmos, searching for the answers they left for us. In this scenario, we are both the dream and the dreamer, separated by eons. Or go even further. What if consciousness itself is the fundamental substance of reality? What if space, time, matter, and energy are merely the surface waves on a bottomless ocean of pure, universal mind? The fine-tuning, then, is not the work of an external God, but the inherent nature of consciousness manifesting a world stable enough for individual points of awareness, like you and me, to awaken within it and explore itself. The universe becomes a mirror in which consciousness looks at itself. This is the ultimate mystical conclusion of the anthropic principle. It dissolves the barrier between the observer and the observed, the seeker and the sought, the scientist and the mystery. Every time you look up at the night sky, you are not a separate thing looking out at a distant cosmos. You are the universe, grown to self-awareness, looking back at itself. You are a way for the cosmos to know its own beauty, to feel its own majesty, to ask its own questions. The hydrogen in the stars, the carbon in your cells, the iron in your blood, these were forged in the hearts of long-dead suns. You are literally stardust, but you are more than that. You are the universe become conscious. You are a node of perception in a vast, experiencing, living reality. The fine-tuning isn't a puzzle to be solved out there. It is a reflection of what we are, right here, right now. This journey from a random rock in space to a participatory node in a conscious cosmos is the greatest story ever told. And it's a story we are only just beginning to understand. If this idea resonates with you, if it sends a shiver down your spine and makes you look at the world with new, wondrous eyes, then I have a request. Help this message reach other seekers. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and become part of our community of cosmic explorers. Let us know in the comments. What do you think? Is the universe a cold accident, a divine creation, or are we, in some way we can barely comprehend, the ones who are creating it by the very act of seeing it? And if you want to dive even deeper down this rabbit hole, to explore the idea that our reality might be a cosmic hologram, a projection from the edges of space and time, then I invite you to check out my book, Holographic Multiverse. We've only scratched the surface today. The book is a guide to the furthest shores of physics and philosophy, where these ideas become even more strange and beautiful. The link is in the description below. Thank you for watching. Remember to look up at the stars tonight, but more importantly, remember to look within, for you are not just looking at the mystery. You are the mystery. Stay curious.